We are excited to be with everybody here tonight, talk through tour training. This is something that is so vitally important. I think you talk about deal structure, you talk about the numbers, you talk about price per bed and, expenses and all these things. If you cannot fill these beds, none of that stuff matters, right? You're leaving so much money on the table by not having 100% occupancy. So we've talked about this. We had 98.6% occupancy last year in 2023. I think we're probably right around the same for 2024. We track it every single week. And it is because of the touring. So we are excited to share with you the structure tonight of what we do. This is literally the training that we go through with our managers to say, hey, here's what to do step by step by step. Here are the word tracks and kind of make it your own. And so we'll be talking through that tonight. I think it's really, really important, and this is something that you can implement now if you have an existing assisted living, and this is something that you can take notes on and implement when you open. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a system for all of this kind of stuff. So let's do tour training. All right, how to close a sale and build a massive wait list. So it has been literally almost 5 years where we've had over 50 people on the wait list. And they just keep adding. We just keep removing people from the wait list because we are always, always, always full. And we actually, unfortunately, had a resident pass, what was it, last week? Mm-hmm. And man, literally people begging, I'm not exaggerating, begging to move in. We have multiple people within a day. And we just set it out to a few of our people on our strategic 20 list, and literally phones are ringing. I got someone, because we barely have any occupancy. We barely have any room. So we'll talk about that tonight, how you can use these systems to build a massive wait list, to increase your pricing, to pay for better staff so you get time freedom, and then to therefore have more profit at the end of the month. We consistently make 40 grand per month net profit from each of the mansions, and we work, I don't really work there much at all, right? Laura probably works, 2 to 4 hours a week doing our manager meeting and payroll and things like that. You can get to that place. I don't know any other deal that will allow you to have this type of results while making a difference in your city, in your community. It's the only opportunity I know. So this is a key component to this tonight. So I'm excited to share this with everybody. As we get into this today, I want to start with the expectations. Because touring, it's it's part of sales, and there's a lot of pressure that comes when those kind of things, and people, especially you open your assisted living, you think, I'm not a sales kind of person. I'm just here to love people. I want to make a difference. I want to take care of some grandmas. I'm not really great at sales. And so when tours are coming in, there's kind of this kind of salesy kind of vibe that they want to stay away from. You kind of have that used car salesman kind of approach where you walk in, you're kind of keeping your distance. So we want to match the family's expectations of what they are going to want to experience to what our expectations are on our structure, so that therefore we do not seem salesy. We seem very genuine and real. We can do our job of being a salesperson, and that's what we're going to teach you tonight. But you're going to do that in a way, in a structure where they don't know you're being a salesperson, right? This is kind of the behind the scenes. There's really 2 tracks that are running. There's the front side, the front facing side of this track that the family sees, and they think, I'm getting my expectations met. And I would say this is what their expectations are. They want to, starting at the top, moving counterclockwise, they want to tour the building. They want to see the bedroom. They want to learn about the services and the amenities of the assisted living. They want to see the staff interactions and the environment there. They want to also find out the pricing, the fees. Then they want to leave. They want to go tour other options. And then they want to leave those places to go talk to the other decision makers, the other power of attorneys and family and brother, sister, all that kind of stuff, and then get together and make a final decision. That is what their expectations are. So as we are talking through the structure today, we have our own expectations, and that's what this is here. The salesperson's expectations or objectives, starting at the top. It is to learn about the family and the resident. You want to learn about them. You want to, as you're investigating, you want to find the pain point. What is the pain? What is the reason that they are here? There's obviously pain. Nobody wants to live in an assisted living and spend big bucks. They want to live in their own home. And if they're not there, it is because there is a pain point. So what is that pain point? How is that pain point affecting the family? Because not only does it affect the grandma, it affects the family, right? It affects them who are taking care of them and them who are taking them off work to take care of them. The relationships, the marriage, the stress that comes with taking care of mom or dad at the end of life is a big burden. So how it affects the family, how it affects the resident, they may be at home and that may be affecting them one way. They may be in another facility and they may be being neglected in that other facility. They may be not getting their needs met there, and how is that affecting them? We want to find these pieces of information, this data, this pain, right? And then what would life be like for the family if that pain was removed? What could they go back to? We're trying to solve the family's problem, right? Not just the resident. We want to solve the family's problem, the daughter, the son, the husband, the wife of that resident, because once we solve their problem, they now have this relief, right? It's the same with the family, or excuse me, the resident. What is the problem there? Because we want to solve that problem as well. That is really what a salesperson is trying to do. To sum the whole thing up, you're trying to identify the problem. If you are able to solve it, you're trying to use your service, your product, to be able to solve that pain. The bigger the gap between the pain and the solution, the more motivation there is, right? That is what we're trying to find. So this is our objective, to do this. But we're not going to come out front and be like, hey, so we're going to show you around. Let me ask you about your pain. Let's find out about how we can solve your pain. Like, they're like, no, dude, we're not doing that, right? You are coming at it from their perspective. We're going to go through this structure, is the forward-facing structure, but really this is the behind-the-scenes structure, what we are really doing as a trained salesperson.